so excited.
You are so excited about this.
It's so good, though. It's really, really good. Hugh's with us now. I just see Will, though. I just see lovable Will.
Well, we're in the right building.
Yes, we certainly are. We certainly are. Let's talk The Witcher. For those of you who haven't watched it, you've missed out because it is so... Oh, whoops, sorry.
So excited. He's tapping the pillows around.
It's so good. It's fantasy, but it's funny. It's just got everything, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really is everything. And the details. I couldn't believe it when I first arrived, the detail and the sets and the costumes. And you say in the script as well, the tone of it. It's so funny as well as, you know, being very human and great monsters.
Yes, the monsters are great, and there's a few new ones, and then we'll come to those in a moment. This is 8 episodes. It's being released in 2 parts, isn't it? Volume 1 is out today on Netflix, and then you've got to wait until the 27th for the next bit. Introduce us to your character, then. Who is he? So
I play His Royal Highness, Prince Radovid, who is the younger brother of... Sorry, I should know all the answers. I do know the answers.
It's not a test. I'm not going to put you in again. King Vizimir.
Yes, the young brother of King Vizimir of Redania.
Yeah.
And he gets involved... He's a bit sort of louche, aimless playboy, and he gets involved with the Redanian spy masters, Dijkstra and Philippa, who are, frankly, devious, murderous, terrible people.
Yeah.
And but he does, through them, meet Jaskier, who he is captivated by.
Yes, and what's lovely about those two is that actually, in a world where everybody seems to be lying somewhat, this relationship between the two of them seems to be honest.
Yeah, you're so right. It's all the whole world is so much truth and lies and deceit, and I don't think anyone's been honest with Radovid, the character I'm playing, before. So it's really yeah.
Yeah, this is a bit of goodness. Yeah,
I love Jaskier because he's like a gestury kind of... He sings and just pulls things together in the streets. He's a very important part in the storyline because he pulls all the confusion together, because it is confusing at times, but big love interest for you.
Yeah, and that was hugely exciting to be able to play a gay character in a show like this as well, of this genre with this much reach and stuff. Was really exciting.
Is he... Would you say he finds himself a little bit out of his depth, somewhat? Not in the relationship, but I mean just in his who he is in his space.
He didn't want to be involved in the sort of political machinations of the court, and he's hugely out of his depth. But it's a bit too late.
Yes, too late now. Unlucky, you are where you are.
Yeah. Henry Cavill in this, by the way, is hilarious. And I often watching my son, I'm like, is he meant to be this funny? Is he meant to be a fun character? Because he's like slaying big dragons and scary stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think he's such a fan of the books and the game as well. He just really, he knows it, and he's so good.
So deadpan, and he's just huge, and the hair and the whole look is astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The monsters in it, because there are some new ones. I mean, they're so terrifyingly brilliant, but it's exactly what you'd want.
Yes. I mean, I never actually met any of the monsters, but not because they're digital, but just because my character...
Whoa.
They're not digital, they're real. They're
real?
Yeah, they're real.
Come on.
But they're terrifying. I think in the first episode there's a jackapace, which is pretty terrifying. Saw that last night. Yeah.
Is that we've got? Is that one of those? Is that what you're talking about, Craig?
No, this is a test.
We've actually got a clip of your character. Let's have a little look, because it's from the news here.
I don't trust anyone in the show. I don't trust anyone.
No, don't trust that apple.
No, don't.
Gorgeous apple work.
Never eat an apple in a show like that. There's always got poison in it, by the way.
No, an apple a day.
I think probably the most exciting room in the whole thing must be the wig department.
The wig department is wild. Yeah. And they all get made in Bristol at this amazing wig makers, and you have to go up there. The level of detail on the wigs is it's extraordinary. They are quite hot, those, but like a woolly hat. But
did you get any say? I mean, when you go in there, you go, I want the longest one. I want that one.
I wanted to look like sort of glam rock 70s rock god. I took a lot of selfies, particularly in the thermals. It looked good actually, with the sort of cut down. I was very pleased with it. Yeah.
And I got to admit to my full Witcher geekiness.
Go on.
We've a Witcher sword, replica sword at home. It's huge, hanging on the wall. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Which characters is it?
I'm not sure.
No.
Come on, I'm only 80% geek. I'd have to rig my son for that one. But I think it might be Henry Cavill's one, actually, because it's so big. You can barely lift this thing. The following for The Witcher is huge, because it crosses the books and the game, of course. So they're really, really loyal followers, aren't they?
Yeah, and that was definitely a bit terrifying when I got the job, because I knew it was popular, but I didn't know the fan base was quite so intense. But it's nice, because it makes you a makes you concentrate.
It can't be as terrifying as going into Mamma Mia as a non-professional dancer. Not that I'm judging.
So
I'm not judging.
God.
But there was a lot of dancing in that. And
Yes.
did they have to sort of bespoke that to the people, depending on what your level was?
Well, I think the really terrifying thing about that was because obviously the other actors who'd done the first film was such huge stars. They just sort of walk on and have stand-ins and things. So all the ensemble were incredible dancers, professional dancers, and you just sort of get walked in, and they'd go like, "Okay, yeah, just do this," and you'd. Yeah, it was terrifying. Yeah.
So good to be part of.
Oh, it was so fun. Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah.
So many people know you from the comedy show, W1.
I'd love to do it.
Such a good watch. I mean, really, and just so layered, so funny on so many levels, right? Yeah.
Well, I think that's John Morton who writes it. He's just unbelievably clever, and I think he'd been around television production a lot, so yeah, I think he really captured it.
I guess a lot of people who've worked on TV reference you all the time in it, do you? Do people talk to you a lot about it?
Well, they do. I mean, because we'd film in New Broadcasting House, and not so much on the first series because it was, sort of under the radar, but as we went back, everyone would have their equivalents coming over. But, my equivalent would always be quite sort of sweet because it'd be their second day or something, but the other, I don't know, the heads of department would get people coming up and being like, I'm not like that. It's quite savage.
Yeah, you never want to recognise yourself in a show like that, do you? And The Windsors is back.
Yes.
It's exciting.
It's exciting. I don't know when, but yeah, they've announced a fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth.
They're working on it.
They're working
it's in the
on
pipeline.
Waiting for some stuff to happen with the Royals. And
then there's always quite a lot happening there.
Yeah.
Well, come back and tell us about that when you can. In the meantime, this is your weekend, isn't it? The Witcher Season 3, Volume 1 is out today on Netflix, and Volume 2 is out on the 27th of July.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
My son on one side, sword on the other. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
Great to meet you.